Yes, listen students. So the previous class we saw the consumer rights. So I told you there are 9 points. Yesterday we saw the first 6 points. The rest of 3 points now we are going to see. Right to quality of life. Right to quality of life means improved quality of life, improve the standard of living of the people by free from the various environmental pollutions. So when you lead a simple life, that means very improved condition life means improved quality of life means free from the various pollution, environmental pollution, namely air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, food pollution, and the people are migrated from one place to other place. So due to various factors, these pollution, environmental pollutions are happening or taking place. So that if you want to lead a improved quality of life, you must be free from the all kind of pollutions, air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, food pollution, as well as the pollution due to migration of people. So that each and every business enterprises should have the social responsibilities regarding the disposal of sewage or effluents or wastages which are arising out of various production process. The producer or the consumer may produce any commodities, any product or any output which are satisfying the consumer needs. However, the business enterprise have the responsibility to safely disposal of the wastages or effluents or sewage which are arising out of the manufacturing process. That then only it would not be caused to any damage to the life and property of the consumer or the common people. So that right to lead of quality of life. So the quality of life can be made or possible only with the help of the proper disposal of wastages and free from the various pollutions. Then right to consumer protection. So each and every consumer should aware of his rights. What are the various rights of the consumer? He should be aware. Not only aware of his rights and also remedy for the grievances. Suppose if they use any product, if they find any defective or about the dissatisfied about the product, he may go for redressal forums. So remedies for the grievances. He should aware of the what are the remedial measures or remedies are available for their grievances. Not only aware of rights and also the remedies for the grievances. In addition to that, the consumer protection against the goods which are hazardous in nature. So some of the products while using in your routine life are very hazardous or dangerous to the life and property of the people. So they should neglect, they should avoid such kind of product. So free from the hazardous product and educate the consumer using of branded products or ISI product. So instead of purchasing of the cheaper product, they have to use the ISI branded product. Then only he should be very safe while using of such commodities. So we simply say right to consumer protection means each and every consumer should aware of his rights, the redressal for grievance, protection against the using of hazardous products or dangerous products which are detrimental to the health or dangerous to the life and property of the consumer. Then right to basic needs. Right to basic needs in the sense each and every consumer have to achieve or have to get the necessities of the human life. Necessities in the sense food, cloth, water, shelter, then pure and healthy environment. These are the basic needs of the consumer nowadays. So each and every consumer have to get the necessities of the daily or routine life. That is the food, water, clothing, shelter and the pure healthy environment. Then if they free from all the pollution, then they will lead a simple and a quality life, or it will enhance the quality of the life of the people. So these are the remaining 3 points about the consumer rights. Yesterday we saw 7 points, sorry 6 points. Now we just finished the 7, 8 and the 9th point. That is there are 9 rights of the consumer, which are guaranteed by the Consumer Protection Act of 1986. Now the next topic is consumer duties. Like the consumer rights, they have some duties also. So the duties are nearly 10 points. So each and every consumer, they have to fulfill certain duties as a consumer. Number 1, buy a quality product at a reasonable product. So each and every consumer, well, before the purchase of any product, he should be thoroughly gained knowledge about the product. So before buying any product, you should be gained, you should know the product, about the price of the product, quality, size, manufacturer, date of expiry, date of manufacturing, what are the ingredients, then how to use the product. So he should be aware of the product, knowledge about the product. So he should be gain knowledge about the product before buy the such product. So the gain knowledge may take place by his own experience, by the repeated usage of product, or he may gain knowledge from the other person, the product is already used by the friends and relatives or any parties, any persons. Then or otherwise browsing the website. So you may go to browse in the website, you may know about the complete details about the product. Nowadays there are a lot of websites on that. You may know the particulars about the product in detail. So gain knowledge by his own experience, by his friends and relatives or the previous consumer of the product, as well as the browsing in the website. And it's better to purchase the product in the government shop. So it should be a reasonable one. Don't give more price or higher price for the product. So better to buy the product in the government shop. Then only the prices will be a reasonable one. The second duty, ensure the weights and measurement. So while purchasing a product, the consumer should be aware about the weight and measurement of the product. Nowadays, consumers are often cheated by the trader or the seller by the weight and the measurement, underweight and the false measurement. So we should be ensure about the correct weight and the measurement. So the consumer should check out the weight and measurement, not to buy the product or avoid the product along with the packaging. So packaged product should be avoided. So correct weight and measurement should be ensured by the consumer. It is one of the duty of his. Then read the label carefully. So it is another duty of consumer. Read the label which indicates the complete and true information about the product. So while purchase the product, the producers are nowadays insisted by the various enactments to mention about the name of the producer, quality, ingredients, price of the product, and the date of manufacturing, date of expiry, and everything are mentioned by the producer nowadays. So if you simply go through the label, then you may get the complete and the correct information about the product. So read the label carefully and know the details about the product. Then beware of false and mislead advertisement. It is the prime duty of each and every consumer about the false advertisement or mislead advertisement. Nowadays, the advertisements are not a correct one. What they are mentioning about the product in the advertisement, which is an attractive one, but it is not so in the real product. The product are not attractive when you purchase a product which are shown in the advertisement. So they are mentioning about the features of the product, price of the product, and the quality of the product in the advertisement. But it is not real in the product. It is not a true one by using of or purchasing of such product. So the consumer never mislead the product to buy the product. Never mislead to buy the product through the false advertisement or mislead advertisement. So the demonstration given by the producer in the TV advertisement, the demonstration about the product in the advertisement are not true. Just they simply attract the consumer or induce the customer to buy the product, but it is not a true one. So under no circumstances consumer mislead to buy the product on the basis of false and misleading of advertisement. The misleading of number of schemes. So the consumer should be very careful about the number of attractive schemes nowadays. So sale with the free gift, discount offer, free product for one product. So sale with the free gift, discount offer, and free to one product for another product. And never the consumer buy the product which are not wanted, unwanted product out of greed. The consumers are attracted by the various offers nowadays. Free gift of product and discount offer and free for one product to another product. These are the number of advertisements or the schemes available in each and every product in the market. So, under no circumstances, consumer not to buy the unwanted product based on the schemes as well as the out of greed. Then point number 6, ensure the receipt of cash bill or cash receipt on the warranty card. As a consumer, when you purchase the product, you should you may demand for the cash receipt as well as the warranty card. So never forget to get the cash receipt as well as the warranty card along with the product. Why means if you found any defective or any damage or any inferior quality you may found while using of such product, you may go for appropriate redressal forum. So the evidence and the proof of the product is only the cash receipt and the warranty card. If you not collect the warranty card and the cash receipt while purchasing of the product, you may not go for your redressal, your grievances. So the appropriate authorities require or demanded the cash receipt as well as the warranty card. So nowadays the sellers are avoiding to raise the bill, cash bill on the warranty card. So warranty card in the sense they replace the product within the specific period of warranty period. Even though they are giving warranty card, they are unable to or they are denying the free service during the warranty period. That is the second one. First of all, you should collect the cash bill as well as the warranty card for appealing our complaints, for filing of complaint with the appropriate forums. These two things are very, very important. And buying from the reputed shop. So don't buy the product at smaller shops. So try to buy the product in the reputed concerns or reputed firms or reputed shops. So it is advisable to buy the product in the government shop. And then only you may free from the mal practices of the unscrupulous traders. So there are many number of unscrupulous traders of the products. So if you want to free from the the malpractices of unscrupulous traders. So it is advisable to buy the product in the reputed concern as well as the government shop. It is one of the important duty of each and every consumer. Then never purchase from the black market. So black market in the sense you know very well, when the previous classes discussed in detail. So the creation of artificial scarcity by holding of product in the black market. So due to achieving of ultimate, with the intention of the ultimate, illegitimate profit, the holding of stock in the ground and created an artificial scarcity, and utilizing these opportunities, they wanted to increase the price of the product in the black market, so that you never buy any product in the black market. So the quality is also not so good, as well as the prices of the commodity also so increased. So you never purchase any product in the black market. It is one of the duty of the consumer. Then buying the standard product. So it is very, very important not to buy the product which are unsafe one, which are not long durable life, as well as unsafe product. So under any circumstances, you never purchase the unsafe product or the cheapest product or not durable in life of the product. So you better to buy the product with the standardized product. That means ISI product. So there are number of enactments are implemented by the government for the protection of consumers. So based on the guidelines, you buy the product with the standardized product. So never buy the not durable products, cheapest product as well as unsafe product. And the last one is follow the instruction of the manufacturer's manual. So if you purchase any household appliances or any product which are used in the houses, they are having some sort of manual which are inside the packages about the how to use the product. That means do's and don'ts of the product while using of such product. Do's and don'ts. So particularly the electrical items and the electronic items, you should be very careful while handling of such product. So you never avoid the ignorance of that means you have to follow the guidelines which are mentioned in the manual of the product. So each and every producer kept inside the product about the usage of the product or the way in which they have to handle the product in the form of manual. That is the user manual. So you have to keep the instruction, what are the instructions mentioned in the manual. So don't avoid such instructions. So you have to follow all the conditions and usage of the product. So follow the instruction of the manufacturer's manual. For example, medicine. So the medicine should be kept in the cool place. And about the dosage of the product, how much you have to consume for various diseases. As per the prescription of the doctors and the medicine you have to take. If it is overdosage, means it will be damage or it will be detrimental to your health. It is dangerous to your life also. So you have to keep in mind the usage of the product in the manufacturer's manual. So these are all the 10 important duties of consumer. So buy the quality product with reasonable price, ensure the weights and measurement of the product, read the label carefully, beware of false and misleading advertisement, misleading of schemes, very aware of the misleading of various schemes, then ensure the receipt of cash bill as well as warranty card, then buying from the reputed shops. Then never purchase in the black market, buying the standardized product, as well as they follow the instruction of the manufacturer's manual or the instructions. So it is enough the rights of consumer as well as the duties of consumer. So in this lesson, consumer protection, there are three topics, namely consumer rights, consumer duties and the consumer responsibilities. So two topics are over now, rights and duties are over, and the remaining one, that is responsibilities of the consumer, we will see in the next class.